Hello, my name is Kevin, and a terrifying thing happened to me, and I have to share this with the world, for it happens to you too. This all started when I saw the brand new E3 trailer for the brand new Kingdom Hearts 3 game, which is being made on the PlayStation 4. I suddenly got the urge to want to go back and play the original Kingdom Hearts game. You see, back when I was a kid, Kingdom Hearts was the coolest thing ever. It combined Final Fantasy and Disney into an awesome game. But now the series is just okay. And I only ever played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. But 1 was the best and was when the series was good. Since I was a kid, I moved from California to Oklahoma, so I had no idea what my old Kingdom Hearts disc was. It was getting late, so I decided to watch a movie instead and do Kingdom Hearts tomorrow. At last, tomorrow came and I got out the boxes in the basement and went through them. Wow, so much old stuff was in them. It made me nostalgic. However, something wasn't right. The box didn't seem that dusty, so it's almost like someone else had gone through all this stuff more recently. I didn't pay that any mind, and eventually I found my Kingdom Hearts. Sadly though, I didn't realize the case was broken. It must have been smushed by other heavier stuff in the box. Panicked, I checked inside the case and saw that the disc was okay. I went upstairs and whipped out my good old PlayStation 2 console, hooked it up good and put in the disc. The PlayStation 2 turned on and I saw the beginning screen of the system. It was looking well. While the game was booting up, I realized I didn't grab a memory card, so I went back down to the basement to try and find it. But was startled by what I found. I found that the box with all the old stuff was gone. It had completely vanished. I looked all over the basement but didn't find it anywhere. How could this happen? All my PS2 stuff was still in the box. Upset, I went upstairs again and just decided I'd play around without saving the game. When I got to my room, I was startled by what I saw. What was on the screen wasn't the normal Kingdom Hearts menu, but the Kingdom Hearts menu with inverted colors. I was worried something was wrong with the game, so I checked the menu, but it worked normally. I started the new game hoping things would be okay. They wouldn't be. When I started the game, weird things started happening. The part at the beginning with Sora talking was slower than usual, like laggy. It made Sora sound demonic, like a devil from an action movie. This startled me and I began to sweat a little. Next, the game started being sort of normal and took you to the screen where Sora has to pick the weapons. I picked the shield, but to my surprise a loud voice came out of the game saying, "Darkness conquers all lights." I did not remember this, so I was startled by it. It had a yes or no choice after, so I picked no and then threw away the magic wand like normal. I battled the tutorial Heartless like normal and went up the stairs, but the part where Darkseid showed up was different. My TV was buzzing loud and the screen lagged a lot. Darkseid's face peered right into my face, and then an earthquake happened in real life. I panicked and started taking cover, but it didn't last long. When I came to, I saw the TV was still working. I went back to my game and then realized something weird. During the earthquake, the power went out, but the TV and PlayStation 2 were still running. This was beginning to scare me a lot. I looked at the TV again, but it wasn't normal. Darkseid was crying and holding a dead, bloody Sora in his hands. This was not the Kingdom Hearts I knew. In despair, Darkseid cried more, and then in sadness over what happened to Sora, Darkseid grabbed his heart hole and ripped himself apart. The screen cut to red. I was shaking from the startling imagery in the TV. The next thing I knew, the game's opening started like normal. Hearing Utada Hikaru's simple and clean song made me feel a bit better, until halfway through the song it started getting distorted and laggy, making Utada's beautiful voice sound incredibly demonic and terrifying. I started crying. This was not the game I wanted to play. What happened? Suddenly the demonic simple and clean stopped, and I heard Ansem say to pick up the controller, so I did. I pressed triangle, and then I was in Wonderland for some reason, except there was no music. My party was Sora, Tarzan, and Jack Skellington for some reason. I went through the hallway and went to the room with the big table. Still, no music playing. I walked my party up to the doorknob and saw he was crying, with blood leaking from his keyhole mouth. Sora asked why he won't let them through, and the doorknob coughed up blood on him. Tarzan then made his monkey noise that means friends or whatever, and then the doorknob got lit on fire. Jack Skellington did a special attack and busted down the door. After that disturbing cutscene was over, I controlled the party again, and this time we were in Ansem's laboratory from the end of the world, again with no music playing. I noticed my party was different and text came up on the screen. It said, "Tarzan discovered true happiness, and Jack became one with the earth again." I was scared again, and now my party was Sora, Donald, and Beast. I pressed start, but it just said pause even though I wasn't in battle, so I couldn't check the stats. I went to the computer in the lab and pressed X, and then Donald started screaming. It was a long scream and it wouldn't stop. It was almost like the game froze, but his scream was getting more high-pitched. Soon white static showed up on the screen, and in the static I could see a reflection of Abraham Lincoln, I think. And I heard Ansem-controlled Riku say,
"Kyrie's heart rests within you,"
over and over under Donald's screaming. I started to get a bad headache and urge to throw up, which would be bad since I had SpaghettiOs before this happened. I tried pressing buttons, but nothing happened, so I hit reset on the PS2 when it finally stopped. When the PS2 booted back up again though, I was automatically in the game somehow. Sora was alone in the party in the Hollow Bastion room where he talked to all the princesses. Hesitantly, I picked up the controller again and went and talked to Alice. She said, "Life is pain." Next I walked to Jasmine and she said, "Aladdin beats me, so I ran away." I was shocked. There was no way Disney would allow these lines in Kingdom Hearts, which is why I was more confused and didn't understand what was happening. I talked to the other princesses and they said more depressing stuff like, "The prince killed my father," and "Apples are for the deranged." When I talked to them all, the graphics messed up, and all the princesses fell through the floor. Then suddenly I was in the Maleficent boss fight all by myself. I was somehow level 100 though, so I beat her easy. But instead of the normal slow motion thing that happened when you beat the boss, the screen started flashing red over and over again. I felt like I could have had a seizure, but I didn't. The screen cut out and nothing was showing. I looked really close in the TV and swore I saw what might have been a faint video of the Kennedy assassination. But then I suddenly heard a huge crash in my kitchen. I jumped up out of the bed and ran down the stairs and dashed into the kitchen. My refrigerator fell over and next to it was a burn mark in the floor, and that mark said,
"Thank you for sacrificing the princesses of Talk to Me. Now I can continue to the next victim."
And it was signed Ansem of Kingdom Hell. I was terrified because this burn note on my floor was not normal. I ran up to my room again, and I swear for a split second on the TV, I saw Ansem strangling a blood-covered Kyrie, with Riku, Sora, and Goofy laying dead behind him. By the time I realized what I saw, the TV shut down. I went to get the disc out of the PS2, but it was gone, and so was the broken case. My TV doesn't work anymore, so I had to buy a new one. Eventually I found my old box of stuff again in my bathroom, but all my Kingdom Hearts related stuff in it, like Kingdom Hearts 2, my strategy guide, and my old Kingdom Hearts t-shirt were all gone, though I had seen them when I was rummaging through them to find Kingdom Hearts 1 earlier. I realize now from the message that Ansem took all the Kingdom Hearts out of my life and is going to make someone else suffer like I did. So please, if you have Kingdom Hearts on PlayStation 2, be very careful, because Ansem may get you next, and might take you to Kingdom Hell. And that was Kingdom Hell, a Kingdom Hearts creepypasta. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know this is totally different than the content I usually do, but I figured I'd do something fun for Halloween. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.